Taiwan. I'm Ethan Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. The military in Taiwan's outlying Matsu Island says it's fully prepared to respond after a Chinese civilian drone delayed flights at the local airport. The incident earlier this week led to flight delays and saw the drone flying around the airport for over 20 minutes. The military says it followed proper procedure to notify air traffic controllers and took adequate precautions after evaluating the threat. The outlying Matsu Islands are among the closest pieces of Taiwanese territory to China, sitting just 20 kilometers from the Chinese coast. Taiwan's first electronics-sniffing dog, Wafer, has helped bust a money laundering operation in the country's south. Investigators in Kaohsiung say the criminal group laundered more than $156 million through their gambling website over 6 months. They say Wafer played an important role in gathering evidence by sniffing out 2 cell phones hidden at the crime scene. Wafer is trained to smell chemical compounds found in electronics. He joined the country's police force in September last year. Months after a major earthquake struck Hualien in eastern Taiwan, landslides and heavy rain have continued to affect roads and rail lines in the area. But as Wesley Lewis reports, it's more than just transportation infrastructure that has been hit.
This muddy pool is one of the main sources of water for residents in northern Hualien, a city of around 100,000 on Taiwan's east coast. The consecutive days of heavy rain and multiple landslides have wreaked havoc on the area's infrastructure, and Hualien's usually fresh water is now turbid and unusable. More than 20,000 households have had to reduce or completely shut off their water supply. Local officials worry the problem will persist if the rain continues.
强降雨之后，原来整个沙布荡溪大概在2至3个小时之后会恢复哈，但是我们这4次的观察也发现说，一次比一次恢复的时间更长的现象，而且一次比一次水更浊的现象。
Hualien is still recovering from a magnitude 7.2 earthquake that struck off the coast in April, and local officials say the water supply had been alarmingly low, even before the current problems.
平时它的一个出水量，以往是在4万到5万的出水量，那现在因为04、03以后，那我们出水量大概已经减少1半。
Local officials worry that water stoppages may happen more frequently, something that's prompted them to come up with potential solutions.
可以看到其他县市也在做地下的一个地下水井的抽取，来做相关紧急战备使用，而非经常性使用的一个状况哈。那也许它就可以帮助花莲来做相关应急的一个解套。
For now, Taiwan's state-run water company has dispatched trucks to supply water to hospitals and affected residents. But in the future, local officials will need to look to other, more permanent fixes to the area's water supply issues. Eason Pan and Wesley Lewis for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's railway union says that 8 workers who are facing punishment over a recent train derailment are being made scapegoats. John Ventris reports.
This train still bears the scars of a collision with boulders that caused it to derail 2 weeks ago. Dazed passengers were left to walk out into the rugged terrain of Taiwan's east coast. 9 were injured. Taiwan's state-owned railway company now says more should have been done. It's rewarding 4 employees, including the conductor, for their actions, and punishing 8 others for negligence. One of the stiffest punishments is going to a worker charged with monitoring security cameras. A camera overlooking the accident site captured the flood that dragged the boulders onto the tracks as it happened, 19 minutes before the train crashed into the fallen rocks. But no one warned the crew there was danger ahead.
发生这个事情的那个当下，他人是在里面。他自述呢，就是他在里面有做监看，但是他没有注意到那2个荧幕，他的确没有看到，所以他也没有反应跟通报。
The company's chair has asked to be punished as well. But the railway union disputes the idea that the people monitoring the cameras were negligent.
这些第一线的员工是在一个有非常多几十甚至到上百的荧幕前面在进行监控的。等到就是收到了相关气象单位或者是监测单位的通知，我们公路段的同仁才会特别针对该路段去进行监控。台铁的这个杜董事长不要因为自己要政治负责，连带拉基层员工下水。
As the rail company hands out rewards and punishments, it's also taking steps to prevent similar accidents. By the end of the month, it expects to dredge streams along the tracks, have 2 people monitoring the camera at the accident site 24/7, and set up a landslide warning system nearby. Other work, like shoring up vulnerable mountain slopes, may be done by the end of the year. But eastern Taiwan's mountains are prone to landslides, especially after recent earthquakes and heavy rains. A rockslide Thursday morning put more boulders on the rail line that runs through the east, a demonstration of how hard a task the railroad company has ahead of it. Justin Wu and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
At least 6 people have been killed in the latest floods to hit northern India and Bangladesh. Torrential rains have triggered landslides and deluges in the border region, home to some 1.3 million people. Among the dead was a Rohingya refugee housed in an aid camp in the area. Scientists say glaciers melting in the Himalayas has made 2 major rivers in the region more likely to burst. Taiwanese sprinter Yang Junhan has clinched the spot at this year's Paris Olympics.
其实当下心情是还蛮平静的，因为我们都很积极的去准备，不管是赛事或者训练。
This will mark Yang's second appearance at the Summer Olympics after competing in the 100-meter dash at Tokyo 2020. The 27-year-old, known as the fastest man in Taiwan, ranks 46 in the world in the men's 200 meters. A Little League team from northern Taiwan is heading to the United States after winning the Asia-Pacific Regional Tournament in South Korea. Guishan Elementary School in Taoyuan defeated South Korea 3-0 in the final of the Little League World Series tournament on Wednesday. Their victory follows Shinmin Junior High School's 10-0 win against Japan on Tuesday in the Junior League at the same tournament. Both teams have now secured a spot in their respective divisions' World Series finals, which will be held in August in the U.S. A Shanghai nightclub is creating the space where deaf and hearing people can party together without barriers. John Van Trieste has this story.
These professional dancers bust a move, moving to a beat they can feel but not necessarily hear. This nightclub in Shanghai is holding an event designed to cater to both hearing and deaf people through thumping bass-heavy music loud enough to be felt. Staff here can take orders in sign language, and during one dance session, signers direct the dancers' movements with signed instructions. It's a new experience for everyone, deaf and hearing.
I hope I can hang out with my friends and have some fun together and laugh together.
我听说有一些跳舞很厉害的聋人朋友，但是我不知道他们是怎么跳舞的。
People of all ages are welcome too. 68-year-old Hu Jingqi is one of the older club goers who decided to check out the event.
It was really crazy. The whole atmosphere was really great, and it was really bustling. I really liked the activity to the point that I forgot some of the physical discomforts I have in my body.
This is exactly what the organizers have been aiming for.
之前发现，就是在社会上，聋人和听人很少有这样的机会去产生某种深刻的连接，然后就希望这样的活动可以让大家更加在当下的去看见彼此，去了解彼此，然后从而去慢慢的跨出这个围绕着所谓的健全产生的一个视角和产生的一个理所当然。
This is the second edition of this inclusive party, and the hope is to tear down barriers, create understanding, and let people of all sorts show off their moves. Leon Lin and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website and follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Before we go, we take you to Kyrgyzstan for a festival celebrating traditional felt carpets. I'm Ethan. Go take care, and I'll see you next time.
For more stories from Taiwan and around the world, download the TaiwanPlus app.